What if I told you we're not alone, not in the distant future or on another planet, but right here, right now? Not because aliens are on their way, but because they're already here, watching us, studying us, and silently waiting. This is the zoo hypothesis, the idea that Earth is part of a vast cosmic reserve, carefully observed by advanced civilizations who've chosen not to reveal themselves. And today, we're going to explore how this idea might not just explain the silence in the stars, but also echo through our oldest stories, including the Bible. First proposed in the 1970s, the zoo hypothesis is one possible answer to the Fermi paradox. The question, if intelligent life is likely, why haven't we heard from anyone? The answer might be, we have. Or at least they've heard from us. They just don't respond. Maybe Earth is like a galactic nature reserve, or a cosmic Eden, kept isolated so our species can evolve, uncontacted and unaware. We're the watched, not the watchers. You might ask, why wouldn't they just say hello? There are several possible reasons, and all of them reflect ideas humanity has wrestled with for millennia. Ethical non-interference. Just as we avoid interfering with uncontacted tribes, maybe they follow a prime directive of their own. Let life grow. Let intelligence awaken. Don't touch the process. Scientific curiosity. Earth could be a natural experiment, a world evolving in isolation, like Eden in the book of Genesis. We're watched, judged, and perhaps protected. We're not ready. Our wars, our pollution, our tribalism, all signs that we're still immature. Just like in the Bible, when God hides his face to let humanity choose its path, perhaps the watchers hide themselves for our sake. A test. What if this is a test of our moral evolution, not our technology? What if the next step is not out into space, but inward, into how we treat each other and our planet? Now, skeptics raise a fair point. Would it really be possible to maintain a perfect quarantine across a galaxy with billions of stars? Wouldn't one alien civilization eventually break the rules and make contact? Maybe. But maybe their methods of control and observation are so advanced that the question itself misses the scale. Think of an ant looking up at a drone. It sees nothing, understands nothing, but is still being watched. To a Type 3 civilization, our entire planetary system might be no more difficult to monitor than a coral reef is to us. But what if the story is even stranger and closer than we think? Across history, different cultures have reported strikingly similar experiences. Beings descending from the sky, glowing messengers, voices in fire and cloud, knowledge passed from above, and each time, a new religion is born. What if these events weren't just spiritual, but intentional? Maybe what we call religions are not all human inventions. Maybe they're echoes of earlier attempts at contact by different civilizations, each trying to reach us in the only way we could understand at the time. One speaks through prophets, another through visions, another through encoded symbols and sacred geometry. Across the myths of many worlds and ages, stories repeat. Luminous visitors, voices from above, unseen guides, all carrying the same silent message. We are here. We are watching. But your path is yours to choose. What if Earth isn't just in a zoo? It's been visited again and again, each time leaving a mark on our myths, our rituals, and our search for meaning. So if these moments of divine contact were actually attempts at communication, then who were they from? Were they ancient spacefaring civilizations, using culture and language as their technology? Were they AI-based intelligences, planting ideas and values in our minds like seeds, each one adapted to the time and place it arrived in? Or were they something else entirely, entities so far beyond us that the only way we could understand them was through religion, metaphor, and myth? In many traditions, these beings are called angels. In others, they're teachers, guardians, even gods. But what if they were just the same civilization wearing different masks across centuries? If that's true, if we've been contacted before, and each time it gave rise to a new religion, a new worldview, then maybe the silence now is intentional. Maybe the Watchers are waiting for us to reach the next stage, not of belief, but of understanding. Maybe it's no longer about choosing which story is true, but recognizing that they might all be echoes of the same voice. And now, with global communication, science, and AI, maybe it's finally possible to put the pieces together and realize we're not just isolated. We're part of a much larger conversation. So what do you think? Could our religions be the faded footprints of ancient civilizations reaching out to guide us? Have we mistaken contact for worship and myth for memory? And if this were true, would we finally be ready to listen not just to the stars, but to the messages we've already been given? Let me know in the comments. And remember, history might not just be what happened, but what was meant to happen. If this expanded your view of the universe, or of humanity's place in it, there's more on the way. Subscribe, like, and turn on notifications for future episodes. We're just beginning to ask the questions that matter. Stay curious, stay open, and maybe look at your own beliefs through a new lens. What if the divine has always been watching?